Hi everyone, it's Ella Whittaker, exclusive Black Status presenter with Younique, and today I wanted to talk about a topic that really resonated with me. We were talking about it today, and I thought, okay, I really need to make a video on this. I've really never made a video on this topic, and I really do think it's a great one to address because it can really hinder us in our every single day life, our well-being, and also in our business, no matter if you have your own business or if you have a career in something else or even with Younique. And the topic is fear. Simple. Fear. And what fear can actually do to us as individuals that can hinder our progression in everyday life, like I said. So, fear. Number one, what does fear cause? Okay. What does fear cause? Fear can cause worry. You know, the worry of, oh, what is my future going to hold for me? The worry of dying. Okay. The worry of getting sick with our health. The worry of our children, whether they'll be okay when they grow up. Or the fear of, them going even to school and they'll be okay, at school and everything. The worry of, am I going to have a job? Do I have security in my job? How am I going to make the mortgage payments if something happens to me? That's worry and that's fear, right? And what does that cause? What does that cause in every single day life? It can cause anxiety. It can cause timidity. You can be less courageous in everyday life. And worry causes stress. It does. Now, the reason why I talk about this and why it really hit home with me is because I am an extremely stressful person. And my stress is only put on by my own self. I create my own stress. I many times look at my everyday life and worry about everything. My husband's a type 1 diabetic. I worry about him every single day. I worry about my son every single day. I've moved to the US and I worry about things, not whether or not I live in the country or not, but just being in a new environment. I worry about that every single day because I'm not 100% on my surroundings of where I'm going. And also, I put stress on myself of being whether I'm good enough in this business. That's another stress. I think about my everyday and am I being a good enough coach for our downline? Am I being, am I treating others like I want to be treated? I stress myself out because I'm always a people pleaser, right? So this is a fear that hinders our progression. Because if we fear something, then we cannot move forward. Simple example, people are afraid of heights, people are afraid of traveling. Now, until you face that fear and see that it's not all that bad, then you're able to move forward, overcome it, first of all, acknowledging it, and then hopefully your fear will go away and dissipate. Now, when we look at this, what are some of the things that can hinder us in our business at Younique? It's simple, For prospects, if you're talking to someone, what is their fear? Well, number one, most people don't think that they can do this business, or fear that they don't have enough time, or fear that they can't recruit, or fear that they can't even sell because they don't have a background in it or whatever. And that's a fear. That fear is an objective of them starting this business. And to tell you the truth, look at your own time that when you first started. What was your fear? And did you overcome it? Right? Because if you started this business, you overcame that fear. And then while you're in the business, what is your fear? Are you fearful that you're not going to reach a certain promotion? Are you fearful of recruiting while you're already started? Are you fearful that you cannot sell product? That's a fear. And a fear needs to be overcome with action. That is the simple thing. We need to acknowledge our fear in order to overcome it. And that's step one. Step one into acknowledging our fears is the way we can actually overcome it and conquer it. So, fear can cause so many things in life. And if you really look at your fears, if they could be small ones or even big ones, especially as mothers and especially as women, and we're just talking on a general platform here, women often worry more than anyone else. And the simple reason is because we worry about everyone else. We put everyone else before us, right? We put everyone before us because we want everyone else to be happy, that everyone else is comfortable, and we never put ourselves first. But fear is that one little thing that can be the biggest roadblock in our business, in our everyday life. And fear can also be brought on by others. So fear can be implemented on you without you even knowing it. So we look at the public eye every single day. We look at television, we watch the news, and we get fear when fear is not even there, right? Unless something actually happens to you, then you have nothing to be fearful of, right? So I'm going to be traveling to Paris in a couple weeks, and I could fear for my life if I really want to, or I could go there, and will I be fine? I don't know. But I cannot live my everyday life in fear. I want to give you another example that was beautiful, and something that we can look at, that we can sit and be together as a unified front, okay, and support each other to overcome fear. So here's an example. There was a girl by the name of Natalie Gilbert, who was an 11-year-old girl who was a beautiful singer, and she was going to be singing the national anthem at the NBA playoffs. I believe the Portland Blazers were playing at the time. And this was years ago, and she went out in front of a 20,000 person crowd. She was going to be on national television in front of millions of viewers, and she started singing the national anthem. Well, I don't know if it was halfway through or at one point she forgot the words. And she's sitting there, and obviously fear came across her. Standing in front of all those people, A, she was going to be singing in front of all of that audience, and then B, she forgot the words. Now, if it was you and I probably would have peed and pooped my pants right there. Just telling you how it is. And so you're thinking about this 11-year-old, and you're just like, oh my God, please sing, right? Well, she froze. The manager of the Portland Blazers obviously has sung the national anthem a million times over and over again throughout every single game, right? So he comes up to her, puts his arm around her, and encourages everyone to start singing the national anthem. That little girl overcome fear by the support of others. And don't we encourage each other to uplift, empower, and validate each other, and also to eliminate that fear that we can do it? This sisterhood is what it's all about. At Younique, we're here to help each other and face those fears every single day. And so I want to leave this just last bit of food for thought. How can you eliminate your fear? What are your fears? And what I would say is write down all those fears on a piece of paper and see, is that worth your stress, your anxiety, to worry about those things that are happening that you think are going to happen? Write those things down. Because if you write them down and start acknowledging them and knowing that those fears are just fears, you will be able to move on and progress with your daily life in much more happiness than you are right now, than worrying about everything that you can't control. So I hope this was helpful. I really do love all of you, and I thought this was a great topic that we could definitely discuss and see if you can overcome your fears, because we're all here to help you, and definitely it starts with yourself first, though. So thanks, everyone. Have a good day. Bye.